Welcome back, everyone. We are in the panda world.
I tend to forget how tasty yogurt is.
It depends on the flavor of yogurt.
I always have to be in the mood for yogurt, and I find that I can't, stomach eating the, plain, the regular yogurt now. I like the Greek yogurt because I like it really thick.
I think I saw some rhinops
But-
to the top of that hill with an egg.
How did Table Cat get here? Bartholomew. Ryan just likes smashing little yetis.
He's kind of a little dick.
I swear
Boring
half the
yeti.
characters in this game seem to be little dicks. I mean, you've been playing with Sparx this entire time, and it's not like Sparx is all that useful.
No, he's really not. You'd think for having a massive club like this, he has a bit more range to his swing.
Nah, I'd say it's pretty. Well, I'd say considering how long his arms are, maybe you'd have a little more reach. But that club is a lot more wide than it is long.
Also, speaking from a physics standpoint, that club wouldn't work. I know video game physics are an entirely different thing, but the base or the head of it is too big for what the handle or the base is. It's very
The handle would probably break off the head before it hit anything.
exactly what I was trying to say. So thank you for that. It doesn't make me mad. It's more just
These are the kinds of things that video games are meant to have, because this gives Cinema Sins a job.
game sense.
Yeah,
Yeah,
exactly.
there's one channel I've been watching, is D'Artagnan or something. Small. Yeah, he's probably one of my favorite ones to do the game Sims ones.
I recently started watching, I think his usually is Char 5, I think.
Oh, I used to watch his stuff. He's good at it, too.
I watched a lot of his Mario RPG ones, and I watched some of the Sonic ones, and I was like, yeah, these are pretty good.
Don't think you're gonna be able to bump that.
Yeah, apparently. Don't skip leg day.
And it made me start thinking of inconsistencies of games I've played that I've never watched anyone do, as far as I'm concerned, and one of them was A Hat in Time. And one of the things I thought of was when the Snatcher says, you're probably waiting for me to turn blue so I can be vulnerable for an attack, and I was just thinking, well, at this point, only one boss really turned blue when they were vulnerable, because neither in World 2 the boss didn't change colors to signify vulnerability, and the toilet might have. I think it was easy to miss that. So
Because the birds, you could hit them at any point.
yeah, you could, and the Mafia boss was the only real one that changed color, aside from maybe the toilet, but I never even noticed it. I just assumed that it was opening up and becoming vulnerable because it was showing the outhouse itself. So it's is it really something to be noting that you change color when you're vulnerable? And to take it one step further, even Mustache Girl doesn't change colors to show vulnerability.
Mustache girl.
She was the final boss.
Final boss. She's a
Does she actually have a mustache?
Yes.
You need to watch the finale to Hat in Time, because this man deconstructed the entire boss fight.
I actually did watch it, but I don't.
I'm sitting here trying to enjoy the fact that this has one of the most killer final boss themes. Ryan's sitting there yeah, she wasn't really much of a character in this game. Why is she the final boss?
No, that's actually a super good point.
It is. That is a really good point, though.
Yeah.
Because,
You know what, Matt? If we ever do Final Fantasy IX, you can do the same thing to me.
I thought you said you never wanted to touch Final Fantasy IX again. Or was that 8?
8.
Right, okay. 9 is the one that was your favorite, right?
Yes.
Okay. Never mind. I'm very sorry.
Because as much as I love 9, the final boss literally comes out of nowhere. No build up, nothing. It's just, I am final boss now.
well, I'll be waiting.
Narratively speaking, that's an incredibly bad decision. But
Yeah.
I can understand if a final boss comes out of nowhere, but if it's the result of somebody else, that's one thing.
No, this one literally just comes the fuck out of nowhere.
Remember, in Thousand Year Door, the final boss of that game was the demon that you never saw once throughout the entire game. She was just summoned at the very end and killed. The main antagonist dies even, like right there in that. But that makes sense because that's kind of what they were building up to.
Yeah.
But when your final boss literally just pops up and says, "Hey, surprise, you fight me now."
Surprise, I am the true final boss. Now we're time for the second Sparx level.
Wow.
Massive spoiler, Sparx is the final boss. And
That'd be more interesting than what actually happens.
I actually kind of like that idea. What was that video that we watched not too long ago, hon? It was a Clem's video where it's like there was somebody that was like helping you the whole time, but it ended up that they were the evil or something.
That's a common trope.
I like that though. Like, I know it's an incredibly common thing, but I really like that.
Well, I think that's something that can definitely be used to the advantage if you play it right.
Well, because, like, for me, anyway, I like this idea that you have these characters and you come to care about these characters, right? And then one of them subverts that, and it's like, well, okay, so that shows that you can care about evil people then.
Yeah.
I like that a lot.
Well, I like the idea, like, it especially, like, it makes the plot twist all the better when you come to really like a character, but then it turns out that they've been backstabbing you the entire time and they didn't give you any hint of it.
Oh, absolutely.
I've had that before. Weirdly enough, in a Pokemon Mystery Dungeon game. But
You know, Mystery Dungeon games just get a team that allows you to write something for them,
that's true.
as opposed to Pokemon's Journey of Friendship.
Journey of Friendship. These are the bad guys trying to misuse shit. Or eco-terrorists.
Yeah.
Pokemon plots are never usually anything special, let's be real.
No.
Like, that's not to say all Pokemon games have, like, really discount plots. But 90% of the time, if you're playing a main game, then yeah. That's why I love the, the second Mystery Dungeon game, because that plot was absolutely amazing. And hopefully at some point we will be able to play that, because it is on the Wii U eShop. So we could record that.
Yeah, because recording handheld stuff is always going to be a bit of a pain.
Yeah, basically, like, we can't do anything for the 3DS because we don't have proper recording equipment for that. And basically, if it's for the DS or the the Game Boy Advance will be fine because we just even use our Game Gear.
Yeah.
That would actually be really cool if we could record a DS game.
I think the Game Boy player actually lets you do Game Boy games as well.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it'll work with the Game Boy Color and original Game Boy games. And then basically for the DS, we're relying on the Wii U to have it. And even that's kind of a stretch because, like, the screen display would have to switch between either both screens being on the TV or just the top screen. Like, we'd have to hope that a large majority of the action is on the top screen, which for a grand majority of the games I want to play is not the case.
Yeah, you either have to find a way that the screen can be properly displayed, or hope at the game that the touchscreen is just used for...
Like, Mario Kart DS on the Halloween, that was one thing, because at least all the racing was on the top screen. But for something like Mario and Luigi Partners in Time, that's the big problem, because all the action's on the bottom screen. Which is a pain in the ass.
Is there an option on you to display, like, it's not a great option, but like top and bottom screen on...
Both on the TV?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, there is one that makes the bottom screen slightly bigger than the top screen, and the top screen's off to the side. I might do that because a large majority of the top screen stuff is literally just when you separate Baby Mario and Baby Luigi from Mario and Luigi for little bits. So I could do it, but it'll just be annoying because I would prefer to have the bottom screen on the TV screen, but I know why you can't do that.
Well, it's kind of the same thing as recording anything with the Wii U as well.
Yeah,
when
but
you use the touchscreen, you cannot record that.
Yeah. Luckily, most games don't really need that.
No, I think when we eventually get to Wind Waker as the next Zelda game, it's not hugely important to see the bottom screen.
No, I've been actually playing.
Oh frick! I died.
You have to redo the whole thing.
No, just last time Zoe's at me.
Mel and I have been playing Wind Waker because I have the Wii U version, but unfortunately my game, for some reason, it's a download and got corrupted at a certain point in the Wind Temple, so I couldn't continue. So she's been playing through on her Wii U and her GameCube to get me to that point.
The question becomes, Matt, would you want to do Wind Waker for the channel, or do you want me to do it?
Actually, not gonna lie, I thoroughly enjoyed Wind Waker. I was a lot more, like, obviously I'm gonna go in, I'm gonna have no idea what to do again, because it's been so long since I played through it. But I would not be opposed to occasionally taking over a bit of the game. Make it a group thing. Because honestly, I like Wind Waker. It's a very good game. I'd say, I haven't played all that many, but I'd say Wind Waker would probably be my favorite Zelda game.
But it's definitely not Ocarina of Time.
I need to play Ocarina of Time on a more casual standpoint to really change that. I think Ocarina of Time has some annoying ass bosses.
Ocarina of Time is one of the games that definitely benefited from the 3DS version being existing. But probably need to record that version.
You did it. And you got Tootie.
Another dragon doing flips. Apparently it's not as special as I thought it would. Alright, we're done. What magical power does Sparx get that he can not suck? Because we already got a power that lets him not do his job from a greater distance.
How about one that makes him not do his job from a point blank distance?
Well, he already does that. Is it really going to take a lot to just load in a fairy and say, yep, he got something?
Yep.
Of course.
The adventure continues. Can it continue a little faster, though?
No.
Alright, Zoe, what do you get? Zoe. Yo, fairy.
I wouldn't want to go back in there with all those creepy spiders, but if Sparx...
So he doesn't get anything. So it's just the first and last one? Really? Sparx. Just Sparx. Going back to the evening lake, and now we're all done with midday pub. Yep. Let's see how Sparx does any more upgrades. I don't think he does, but
4,000 yens.
4,000 yens. You know what we're going to do now? Everyone's favorite.
What?
Ice level?
Honeycomb Speedway.
Oh no, Speedways!
I already wasn't a big fan of them in the original releases, and the updated versions did not make me a fan. And check it goes. Honey Speedway.
Gross.
Everyone enjoy that last loading screen? Well, here's another one.
Well, get the donut.
So, donuts. No donuts.
No donuts.
No donuts.
I don't know what we're playing. Mark's gonna choose after Miitopia, but I know exactly what's coming after whatever he picks. I'm finally gonna play Three Houses for this channel. Fully.
Neat.
Okay, I'm just gonna take one shot at this before the episode ends. Honeybees. Oh wait. Just want to see if I get one actually decent attempt. That bee just scratch his ass?
Yes.
He just burned it.
Yeah, maybe. Oh, there's
I would probably be alert to what's going on my rear end too if someone burned it.
Yeah. Maybe Spyro's the reason honeybees are disappearing in the wild.
Yeah.
That's probably not a good thing.
I mean, are you gonna tell the dragon no?
Well, considering he breathes fire, I'm probably not gonna have to say anything.
Yeah. Dragons are cool, but I think humanity would be screwed if they ever truly existed.
I think there's a lot of things that are like myths and fictional creations for a reason.
I think a lot of myths are just used to scare children.
Except for unicorns.
Yeah, even things like fairies were used to scare children.
Well, to be fair, like, actual, like, not Tinkerbell kind of fairies, like, if you look at English lore and Irish lore, and Scottish lore even for that fact, like, if fairies are fucking scary as shit.
Hang on, I'm actually gonna win the race in the first try.
Well, if you manage to get through all the rings correctly, then maybe you will.
Yeah, watch. I got a clean run, but no, I'm gonna fuck it up in the last couple of rings.
You can do this, Ryan. I believe in you.
Oh, shoot.
Okay, baby.
No. Oh, I still one more lap? What the heck?
You can still do it.
Just keep calm, Ryan.
I'm holding on to this rocket. Just in the off chance of these just like, surprise!
Surprise, motherfucker.
Some fries, motherfucker.
Big thighs, motherfucker.
These halves, motherfucker. You're welcome.
That is a creepy looking bee.
Yeah.
Just seeing that face.
That bee would definitely try to assault your wife.
That bee would definitely go after Princess Fortnite cards.
Oh, didn't the pig gorilla already do that?
No, that's where the Fortnite card's face ended up.
This is true.
Look at
Oh
that.
my God.
First try.
Whoa. Give me
Good job, baby.
Give me my egg Sparx and go away.
But do you know what won't go away?
The next episode, 3 Dorks Plays.
Yes.
Henry, play us out.
It's inevitable.